Right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Let's go ahead and get started. Get this show on the road. Hope y'all good looking sexy people doing all right out in Happy Land tonight. Grand Wizard of the Esoteric Order of Dagon, your friend and well-wisher, Frank Monday, coming at you with another one. Welcome back, Wayfarer, Wizard Warrior, Wanderer, and Wildcat alike, wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. I hope you are doing well. Broadcasting to you from the central kingdom of the Celestial Dragon in Twilight Zone Old Peking, far behind the bamboo firewall. Coming at you like a spiritual aftershock, a great flash in the sky. The power of the Divine One manifest in the prime material plane, workshop of the subtle origin. Wishing you well on Saturday, February 22nd, 2025 at 11:25 a.m. Beijing time. Yeah, it's already Saturday here for me. It might be Saturday for some of you guys too. You never know. You never, ever, ever know where people are tuning in from. Make sure you guys hit the likes and subscribe. Keep the old algobots barking like Pavlov's dog. Because aren't we all just barking for the machine? I invite you to check me out on www.imnotacriminal.com/Frank Monday. Put a little something, something in the tip jar. The address is on the screen there before you. We'll go ahead and launch into the Adoration of Abraxas to get us started. So if you know the words, Wayfarer, join me in a moment of prayer. Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things visible and invisible, master of both the light and the darkness, he who was, is, and shall be. We adore thee and we invoke thee. Send us one of your divine spiritual agents, our holy guardian angels, to protect and guide us through the innumerable snares of the earthly sphere, and a cleansing wind to disperse all negativity and endless human opinion. Teach us those secret things which we must know for the completion of the great work and the glory of thine ineffable name, Adonai. So it is commanded and confirmed, so mote it be. Amen. Good magic. Good to see you all again, and thank you for tuning in. I had planned on sharing some really dynamite music with you that Dweller of the Dark has made recently. I haven't been tuning into the old boob tubes as much as I should because I've been busy working and occasionally trying to create some content for the old interwebs. But yeah, let me see, the name of the channel is just simply Dweller of the Dark, I believe. Again, I was trying to download one of my favorite tunes off the album, and it just the interwebs weren't having it, man. They were showing me no love, not letting me download. Let me double check the feedback loop, make sure that I am broadcasting correctly. Get the old microphone out. It says I am live. I see the thumbnail is a strange gray alien in front of a haunted house with some good looking gals. There's a full moon and a UFO in the sky. He's on fire. All right, I am the first to like the video, and the feedback loop sounds good. So I will continue as if I am unhindered by any of the minions of the Dark One in the realms of man, running around, causing trouble, getting shit done. So please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. I got to hook up my VPN one time, which may cause me to break from the channel, guys. So if I do disappear for a second, I'll be... All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Are we back? Have we got a clear transmission? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how this is going to sound on the radio. FM radio. Frank Monday coming at you on your headset. Back with another one. As you're out there on the road, trying to find your destination, cruising down the highway. You might want to sing that old Frank Monday hit single. Get out the way. Get on up, get on up, get on up out the way, bitch. Get on up, get on up, get on up out the way. Move your big old fat ass out my way, bitch. Cause I'm coming through. And I'm moving, and I'm grooving, and jamming to the tunes of a Frank Monday's hit single. Get on up. Get on up out the way. All right. Go ahead and turn this music down a little. And let's get into some shoot. Guys, how you guys doing out there in Happy Land? I hope you are feeling relaxed and at ease in a safe and comfortable place. Join me in a moment of mindful meditation. Take a moment to center yourself, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Command yourself to relax. Know that your other than conscious mind is open to following along on this guided meditation. Imagine a warm golden light surrounding you with protection and power, scintillating light that represents inner wisdom, intuition, and your magical cunning. It whispers to you, offering guidance in any challenge you may face. As a magician, you know the ways of the art. You step out to your southeast and form the triangle of art. Once formed, you place within it the sigil of the intent of your magical operation. Then you step back to your left, center yourself behind your altar. If you do not have one, picture one on the astral. Facing due east, the direction of the spring equinox and the golden dawn. Throw your hands in the air and look up, eyes closed, imagining the Ein Sof, or emanating above you. Grand ultimate octahedron of the cosmos, endlessly generating, endlessly producing, bringing all things into being. As that energy descends down to you in a column of scintillating white light, you begin your invocation. Strike the drum. Ato. Imagine a sphere of scintillating energy at the celestial Dantian, receiving that eternal, endless producing energy and mirroring it in its production in your life. Bring the column down past the throat center and into the terrestrial Dantian. Touch the breast and invoke Abrahadabra. Aniyahava, I am good magic. Continue the column of light down into the terrestrial Dantian, down from the terrestrial Dantian and into the infernal Dantian, invoking Malkuth. Feel that energy extend all the way down to the sphere of Malkuth in the feet, the sphere rising up above and below the prime material plane. Touch your left shoulder and cast the energy out. Vegubra, touch your right shoulder and cast the energy out. Vegujula, put your hands together in supplication and prayer. Leolam, Amen. Rest for a moment in the fruition of the Kabbalistic cross, envisioning before you in the east draw out your spiritual sword of wisdom and circumambulate in front of your altar to the east. Extend your sword and perform before in front of you a green banishing pentagram of the earth element. Pulling back into the sign of the Enterer, invoke Yod He Vav He, stabbing your sword straight to the center of the pentagram and extending the energy out into the east. Watching from the eastern direction what arises on the horizon, the scene unfolding before you. Take in all of the energy of the east, energy reverberating back to you in the form of the element of air. Spring dawning. Step back and give the sign of silence. Pierce the center of the pentagram before you with your spiritual sword and continue drawing a circular line, forming a circle towards the south, delineating the boundaries of your magical operation on the microcosmic orbit. Walking to the south, draw the line. Once you arrive facing due south, form another earth banishing pentagram. Using the sign of the Emperor, invoke the god name Adonai. Extending the pentagram out endlessly towards the south. Invoking the element of fire. Feel its reverberation return to you. Watch the scene unfolding before you. Cleansed by the fiery energy. Experiencing the midsummer dream. Step back and give the sign of silence. Thrust your spiritual sword once again to the center of the pentagram before you, continuing your circumambulation to the west, continuing the white line delineating the boundaries of your magical operation. When you arrive in the west, formulate another earth banishing pentagram. Draw in the energy and make the sign of the Emperor, invoking the god name connecting with and sending out the energy of the element water, watching the grand display before you as the pentagram extends eternally out to the west. The reverberation of the water energy banishing and cleansing you. Step back and give the sign of silence. Thrust your sword of spirit in the center of the pentagram once again, circumambulating to the north. Draw the line delineating the boundaries of your magical operation. Facing north, make the sign, draw a earth banishing pentagram once again. When done, summon your energy and make the sign of the Emperor, invoking the god name Agela. Imagine the scene expanding before you, the reception of the god name, invoking the element of earth, all of the wondrous manifestations that appear there as the pentagram of earth extends endlessly in the northern direction. Step back and make the sign of silence. Feeling the reverberation of all the earth energy cleansing and purifying you. Thrust your spiritual sword once again to the center of the pentagram as you circumambulate back to the east, drawing the white line of magical energy, delineating the final border of your magical operation, returning it to the east center of the eastern pentagram, retracting your spiritual sword and circumambulating around to stand once again behind your altar. Hands raised in adoration. Imagining the opening of the eastern gate. Before me, Raphael, Archangel and guardian of the East, leading me forward, awakening me each day, protecting and guiding my path, extending my longevity and making me whole. Imagine the powerful energies you invoked in the West, the opening of the Western Gate. Behind me, Gabriel, Archangel and guardian of the West, protecting and guiding me, removing obstacles from before my path, enjoying my felicity on earth. Imagine the powerful energies to your right and the opening of the Southern Gate. At my right hand, Michael, Archangel and guardian of the South, protecting and empowering me, defeating my enemies, and always leading me forward, protecting me in truth. Imagine the powerful energies you invoked to your left in the opening of the Northern Gate. At my left hand, Oriel, Archangel and guardian of the North, securing my kingdom on earth, protecting me and connecting me with the divine Godhead endlessly. Imagining the 4 pentagrams you invoked on your aura and your circle of magical operation, and the triangle of art to your right hand. Invoke. For about me flame the pentagrams, and within me shines a 6-rayed star. Take a moment to enjoy the flaming pentagrams around you, invoked with their god names, and the archangels standing in divine protection and union with you. Now turn your attention to the triangle of art and the sigil that you invoked there. Place your magical intent upon that sigil and invoke the sacred word of power, Abrahadabra. Imagine your sigil filling with power, expanding endlessly outward and contracting endlessly inward, swirling in time and space. The sacred divine magical power at your command. Put your intention there. Inhale all of the energies and dynamic God force powers that you have created from above and below, left and right, forward and backward. The archangels empowering you. Put your intent again upon your sigil and invoke Abrahadabra. Imagine once again swirling with power, taking on the form which you wish it, command it to be. Endlessly turning in time and space, manifesting and disappearing and reappearing, twinkling in and out endlessly. Nearing the completion of manifestation in your magic. Once again, pull in all of the God powers surrounding you, invoking down from above the Ein Sof, or endless light, filling you with energy. As you place your intention upon your sigil and invoke Abrahadabra. So mote it be, so it is commanded and confirmed. Amen. The sigil has received your magic and is sealed. Center your mind once again on gratitude and sincerity in your operation. Hands extended above in glorification and adoration of the power that invokes things into reality. Draw down that energy. Ata. Bring it all the way down through you into the realm of Malkuth and manifestation, and invoke Malkuth. Finish your observation by sealing the cross. Vegubra, Vegudla. Give thanks with your hands extended forward in supplication and prayer. Leolam Amen. Good magic. So it is commanded and confirmed. Welcome back, Wayfarer. I hope you enjoyed that brief magical operation on the LBRP, the way it is done here on the old Frank Monday channel with your well-wisher and Grand Wizard of the Esoteric Order of Dagon, encouraging you to hit the likes and subscribe and do all that happy horse shit that keeps YouTube's algorithms bark like Pavlov's dog. Definitely check me out on www.buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. Show a little love and say hello. As always, we are on the drive to reach 1,000 subs. We're at 756 or 57 last time I checked. So let's keep pushing forward and doing good magic. That is certainly big gratitude on my part. Hey, looks like we have a visitor out in Happy Land. Welcome, Special K. Wow, what a treat. Dave as well. Dave says, Frankie, hola, mi amigo. Yeah, just doing a little operational magic here in the temple this morning. It's my first free day in like six or 7 days straight. I've been working hard at it, nose to the grindstone, pumping for the man, right? So yeah, welcome, David. Good to see you, man. Dave, we got Special K here on Frank Friday. It's actually Saturday for me, but happy Friday to you, Special K. Good to see you. Thanks for all the recent love on the videos, the comments. They are much appreciated. I haven't even had a chance to get back to them all, man. I've been responding to comments since, well, for like an hour or two, from like 8 to 10 this morning. Like I said, it's pushing into noon now. I got busy making breakfast for the kids and stuff, and they went off to their morning classes, so I'm chilling like a villain here by myself at the temple in the center, near dead center in Beijing, guys. Like I'm as close as very close to the city center, the old Forbidden City, as you can get as a foreigner without like super high level grandmaster magician power here in the kingdom. But I'm pretty damn fucking close, man. Ain't very few motherfuckers as close as I am to dead center of the old Twilight Zone, old Peking. Quite a thing, really, if you think about it. Let me see. I got to turn off that banner, and it's a little bit redundant there, scrolling at the bottom. But let's throw up the other banner for a moment and see how much more we can tolerate of that ticker. All right, the old tickety tick tick tick. Yeah, let me get back in here in the comments section. Check out what's going on. Yes, indeed, Special K. That was the Adoration of Abraxas with a short magical operation of manifesting intent with the Triangle of Art. So good magic, good fun. If you know the LBRP, you could have followed along with me and enjoyed that on a visceral level, right? That's even more than, visceral. That's primal. What's the word I'm looking for? Sensational. I don't know. The word is eluding me. That's okay. One love, law of love, and yes, abracadabra to you as well. Yes, and good magic. So it's still ice cold here in old Twilight Zone, old Peking, man. It's like 0 degrees out there today. Let me actually check. I can check. Yeah, it's 32 degrees Celsius and 0 degrees centigrade. So that's ice fucking cold still. And I don't do well in cold weather. I'm trying to turn off this banner, but I'm getting lost here. I wanted to play some cool music for you guys today from Dweller of the Dark. It's a little independent channel. I don't know how that guy creates so much, but he makes content like, Jesus, nearly daily. And a lot of it's really, really good and enjoyable. He does audiobooks and music. So you might want to check him out. I'll pull that up here on... Oh, that's what I was trying to do a moment ago. And that's why I reset my internet. So, because it was stalling out. All right, all right, all right. And I think I'm back. Let me see here. Yeah, it's not going to work. Upload anything. Like, it'll let me download, but when I try to upload, it'll give me a hard motherfucking time. Ain't no kind of fun. I hope you are all still here. Let's see, Special K still here. Yeah, so great to hear your voice. Not bad here. Good. 23 now. Wow. Yeah, 23 is a nice number, man. I like that. 32, 23. That's some magical synchronicity there, huh? -3 a couple of days ago. Terribly cold. I was feeling it in the knees. Yeah, Frank Monday don't do good in the old cold weather, man. I don't like that shit. I got to put on a hat, a scarf, gloves, and wool socks, man. Cold weather scares me. I'm too thin for that shit. And plus, I wasn't raised in cold weather, but I've been in it for 30 years nearly, man. I moved to Boston in when, like 99. I was in Boston for a couple of years, and since then, Beijing. So that's how many years now in cold weather? 26. That's 26 winters of freezing fucking weather. Yeah, that's nice, huh? You see that little synchronicity there? A little yin-yang, a little back and forth. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, so I can't show you guys what I wanted to show you today, so let me see. I'm kind of at odds then. I don't know if I can share anything at all. Yeah, let's have a look at this. We're doing some fun literature in class this semester, but I won't bore you guys with that. But if you haven't seen this already, this was recommended to me by a viewer of the channel, one lady Paranorma. She recommended I read The Monk, and so I'm going to be covering this at some point in my literature class this semester. When The Monk first appeared in 1796, critics were shocked and outraged that a member of parliament should publish a novel filled with fun stuff, right? Blasphemy, rape, murder, incest, rotting corpses, and devil worship. Imagine that. 200 years ago, a tale of unnameable horror. Looks like they tried to suppress it, but folks loved it. And I'm sure I'll love it too. M.G. Lewis's novel. He was written at 19. Can you believe that? Imagine the magic. 19 is a good age to write shit. I think I wrote some of my best stuff when I was 19. If I would have gone all the way through and had the opportunity just to pursue that vein of the spirit of the muse of artistic storytelling, I think I would have produced something of a monumental nature. I did some good poems, but if I had gotten into and had the lengths of time that it required to just sit and write uninterrupted by the petty world and their squabbles and just flow with the good magic. So let's check this one out together this year, guys. Maybe during the 100-day challenge, we can make this requisite reading material, and I'll go through some of it. Yeah, earmuffs. I got those too. That's right. Yeah, you must have seen that. Have you seen my earmuffs? Sometimes I look silly running around in earmuffs, especially the pair I took from my daughter. Kids aren't smart enough to wear shit like earmuffs. They just lose them and leave them behind. And they won't wear them even if you give them to them. That's okay, though. I got some other stuff on here on a Saturday. I thought I could go through you guys. As you listen to my voice, I invite you to find a comfortable position, relaxing. Allow your body to settle and take a deep breath in. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and slowly exhale. Return to natural rhythmic breathing, and with each breath you might enjoy feeling yourself become more relaxed and more at ease. If you like, you can imagine a warm, gentle wave of relaxation washing over you, starting from the top of your head and flowing down through your shoulders, arms, torso, legs, and all the way out to the tips of your toes. You might even like to wiggle your toes a little. Feel any tension melting away, leaving you with a sense of lightness and vitality. As you continue natural rhythmic breathing, allowing your mind to become still and calm, like a lake reflecting the full bright moon. Each breath deepens your relaxation, making you more attentive to the moment. Because mindfulness is what it's all about, Wayfarer. Staying in the moment, gently drifting along. Let's see, we got some stuff here in the ideas room. Special K says, Squabble Up, Kendrick's Lamar song. Love the earmuffs, Anya Frank. I don't know that song. And I can't actually do radio hosting here on YouTube's because they won't let me just directly play shit. Man, if I could just jam around on YouTube and play stuff from the internet, that would be dynamite. But they don't do it. Hey, I got some interruption coming on, guys. I'm gonna have to take a 2-minute break. Someone's breaking in through my front door. Just kidding, but they're opening it, so I got to see who it is, and maybe I got a delivery. So give me a minute or two, and I'll be right back. All right. Are we back? Have we got sound quality? You never know with these YouTube interwebs, man. If they're actually letting your transmission go through. Sometimes they're just playing fucking games, giving you a feedback loop that endlessly. Okay, sounds good. Excellent. Thank you for that. Special K, hope you're doing good, man. We haven't been on the internet in a while, like a Saturday where I'm just chilling and I'm actually able to look at the internet and do a live stream. Typically, I'm trying to work and play with the internet at the same time, and I don't really focus as much on it. So, all week long, if I had an opportunity to broadcast, I broadcast, but I pretty much didn't really check YouTube's at all, except for maybe listening to some audio files like Ghost and Grind or Grim Face Motivation or something else fun like the Master Key Society. But I started listening to music this weekend, chilling on a Friday night, went out to dinner with my fam, took the kids out for some Sichuan grub, some hot and spicy fried chicken bits, some dog tail soup. Just kidding. There ain't no motherfucking dog tail soup. That shit will be nasty. Rat tail noodles. That wouldn't be fun either. Sound music? What music? That's just background music on StreamYard. Yeah, throw that on for a little hypnotic effect. You took a break too, huh? Yeah, I just got off of a break, man. All winter long, I was in break mode. I had pretty much the entire first half, like the last week or whatever of January, and then the first 3 weeks nearly of February to chill. A solid month. That's the fun thing about working in an academy, a high school academy, or even a college. University is even better. I worked at a couple of different universities. One for like 2 years and another for a year or so. And they treat the teaching staff really good. You got lots of time, opportunity to read and prep for classes. Like, in fact, I think I was only teaching 8-hour units a week, and the rest of the time I could just research and prep lessons. But that does mean that you end up putting like three or so hours into each hour of teaching. So you're doing three times the work of the teaching load to keep up with all the stuff changing in academia. High school's a little more chill. The curriculums are already kind of set in stone, and you update them a little bit and adapt them as needed, but all of the content is there. You just need to prepare your notes. But you work a lot more hours, 22 class hours a week, and then the rest are office hours. But that leaves you 18 office hours to do lesson prep and interact with colleagues. So that's good magic too. Yeah, Grimface does good magic, man. I enjoy it. Yellow fan, huh? I don't remember seeing a yellow fan. I got all kinds of paper fans. Are you talking about my paper fans? Yeah, I got, there's probably 100 of those floating around here. The good ones are probably hid away somewhere. You don't use a one that you paid $30-$40 for. You don't use day to day. The ones I use are cheapos. Like, they're nice, they're well quality, bamboo and paper, but they only cost the equivalent about $1.50 or something. So I usually take notes on them, write things on them, carry them around, especially in the summertime. Wintertime, you don't need as much a fan, but they're fun to have, even if it's just to, write on and play with, put some calligraphy on it. Yeah, we got some nice bathrobes to lay around in when you're on holiday, right? You don't have to go to the office. Definitely. I had a funny story. I got a nice, what is that? Tartan. That Scottish pattern. The particular ones are like the Scotland area, green and black. And yeah, so I got a nice tartan bathrobe from an older sister, like half sister. But yeah, she gave me that like on my birthday in 2017, and I loved it so much. And I kept telling my wife to buy more robes. And then when she found some good robes that went on sale, she bought like 10 robes or something. So now I got a red one, a black one, a dark blue one, dark red, dark blue, and black. And then there's some light blue ones too. But the light blue ones are supposed to be for her and the kids. They're girly, they're feminine and childish. But I'll wear a light blue one occasionally. So yeah, nice to have a good bathrobe and nice to hang out in a bathrobe, man. That's like, did you know the bathrobe, this exact style, in fact, just the standard bathrobe that everybody uses, is actually the style of clothing from the Han Dynasty in China. This was like their essential accoutrement. And there are other pieces that go to it, like you can be, more elaborate with your bathrobe, but they basically ran around in bathrobes for like 1,000 years over here in China. I think it's a pretty damn good idea to be honest. Hugh Hefner, nice. Yeah, I wish if I was still in Southern California and had my father's house, I would be Hugh Hefner. My dad's house was kind of like Hugh Hefner, good fun. But that was my father's kingdom. Right? How's the old expression go when the king retires? Take not this kingdom I leave for you, son, for it is too small. Go out and forge your own. So yeah, I had to forge my own kingdom. But no, I don't know if you can be as grand as your father and your grandfather. Fuck, they got up to some good magic, man. So if you imagine the length of time, like my dad, born in the 1920s, that's 100 years ago, just back to my father. And he was born of an older gentleman too. So if you go back from his father, it's probably another 100 years. So just to my grandfather's time would extend 200 years back in time. Wow, that's powerful to think about. Well, probably not. Probably 160 years back in time. Wow, so fascinating. Good magic, yeah. And the Chinese actually have a superstition about young men born from old men. Like if you're one of the, if the dad you had lots and lots of children, and you're like one of his last ones, and he's much older, that's a very powerful position in their mind. They say that you get the entire collected wisdom of that life, much more so than the younger children would get. So that wisdom in a man just keeps condensing and condensing, and then boom, when it hits that egg, it's like firecrackers, a miniature Big Bang. 1920s, no, not 1930s. My dad was born in 1922. So over 100 years ago, but he passed away in his 70s. So he didn't make it all the way to 100. Saw a lot of things though. A life filled with energy, transformation, productivity. But no, he would be over 100 now. Yeah, so it's year 2025. He'd be like 103, right? That's a big number. You saw that he'd still be on Social Security too, right? Like the U.S. Social Security system has guys as old as 360 or something. There's like 500 million people, or no, like 5 million people that are over like 150 or something. Did you see that news the other day? With Doge extracting the fat from government. So you were the baby. That's right. Your grandma was born in 1929. Yeah, not 2029. So in 2029, she'll be 100. So that's only 4 years away. Yeah, so your grandma's same age as my dad, same ballpark as my father. 170's getting it. Yeah, 70's getting it. It's good. Yeah, for he fought in 2 world wars. Well, he fought in World War II and the Korean conflict, and he was still in the Navy all the way up until right before the start of the Vietnam War. And so when he was getting out of the Navy, he told all his kids never join the military. He was still in connection with people that knew what was up, and he knew what was up. I mean, obviously, an entire military career, 20 plus years. I think he had 21 years total naval service. So that's a big deal. Yeah, so other than that, not a lot going on, man. Just chilling, getting ready to start up the new 100-day challenge. I was actually working on writing the syllabus this morning, and I wrote for about, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, but then I got bored. But I'll put the syllabus up on buymeacoffee.com, guys, if you want to participate in my next 100-day challenge. All right. Let me see. I got it here. I'm calling it Pathways of Psionics. It'll be a comprehensive magical course in meditation, mindfulness, self-hypnosis, covert hypnosis, NLP, Kung Fu, Qigong, all the things I love. Well, just primarily those interrelated spiritual practices that I call magic. But we're going to add the element of attempting telepathic communication and telekinetic manifestation, like some sort of other than power, right? Which I've had very little luck getting in contact with telekinesis. You may or may not consider some of my magical manifestations to have been pseudo telekinetic, or what's the word? Not pseudo. I'm not looking for the word pseudo so much because it's not fake, but para telekinetic, I would call it. Yeah, remember the ancient word of incantation, abrahadabra. Invoke often, says Israel Regardie. Inflame yourself with prayer. And remember always, O neophyte, goodness alone is power, silence is strength. Will attaineth unto omnipotence, and love lieth at the foundation. Yeah, if you haven't ever checked out my coffee page, you can check it out. I try to keep an ongoing record of notes on the 100-day challenge over there. Let me see here. That might be one page that I'm able to view here on YouTube. I don't know. Let me see if YouTube will allow it. Yeah. This looks right. I don't know if you guys can hear and see me. Can you see this? Let me check the web page. Is this showing clearly? I'll shift it to this one. Let me know if you can see that, Special K. Can you see my screen? Is my screen sharing? I think it might be. If so, I will indulge, if I may, a little Frank Monday on Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I'm going to check. So if you go over to the Buy Me a Coffee /Frank Monday, you can see I got some supporters here, 14 supporters. Thank you for that, every single one of you. Maybe I should go through a list. I should start a support list and put all these 14 supporters. Some of them are anonymous, but I should put them all on a list and then add that to the video as credit and gratitude. People like that shit. I like that shit. I've seen people do that to me when I show some love on their channel and offer them some support. So my last post was in November, man. That's been quite a while. I haven't posted up here in a long time. I need to update my page for the upcoming 100-day challenge. So at the beginning of winter, where are some of the Pathways of Magic progress report? We can have a quick look at that. October 10th. So in week 3 of the 100-day challenge, do an astral projection ritual. Daily astral projection rituals at this point, relaxation rituals, and studying the 3rd knowledge lecture, learning about Jing Qi and Shen, and completing your altar space. Yeah, that was fun, setting up a new altar. See, I have altars. I've got several altars everywhere. In any location that I dwell, I set up like a spirit house altar and then a working altar. So the spirit house altar will stay open all the time, and then the working altar goes up when you do magical operations. But the last one I set up is really nice. So I still put some money there, burn some incense. During a recent tarot contemplation, I drew forth the Blasted Tower, frightening card indeed when it shows up in a tarot reading. There are at times in life when we must brace up and ready ourselves for a big shock and a big transformation, right? With the major arcana, these are forces beyond our control at work. The tower often directly indicates natural disasters and the vulnerability of the human world to the power of the divine, even, right? Nature's a manifestation of the divine, a direct manifestation of the divine. When people think of the tower, the first biblical reference that comes to mind is the Tower of Babel. You guys remember the Babel fish from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? It's amazing that we now have the Babel fish in the form of like your iPod earbud, right? Though it's still somewhat of an inferior Babel fish. That technology is already available. They just don't allow us peasants to use it, right? The peasants. But maybe in 10 years they'll release that real-time translation software. You just put your earbud in, turn on your phone, and you can hear any foreign language around you getting directly translated real-time into English. But it's already there. It's already there. They just don't offer it. 15 years ago, or 2011, 14 years ago, when WeChat launched, they had the most powerful speech recognition software I'd ever seen. And it's even better than it is now. Like, it made no mistakes. And even no matter how I spoke, like I tried all different kinds of accents, all different forms of cadence. This was 14 years ago now, guys. And it could accurately translate everything I was saying directly into text on my phone. And at real time and fast. And I was like, oh, they're showing their real power now. And it doesn't work that good anymore. No phone on no platform works as good as it used to. It just works to obfuscate. Hold on just a second, guys. All right. Yeah, I got distracted, guys. There, another package at the door. So where did I leave off? Let's see. Oh, I was talking about the Babel fish. Yeah, did you guys remember the Babel fish? That was a fun one, man. So they've denied us the technology of the Babel fish. Where did we get to? Oh, Pathways of Magic, baby. The tower struck by lightning has also been called the Castle of Plutus, God's house, and the Tower of Babel. In the last case, the figures falling from the tower are believed to be Nimrod and his minister. The tower is most definitely a card of confusion, as the design of the card corresponds to many interpretations. It's a little surprising that this card has not yet been attributed to the destruction of Solomon's temple, though it should be. The tower signifies the manifestation of the spiritual word. I agree with the Grand Orient. That is the ruin of world of men when evil has prevailed. In the I Ching, that's the hexagram of complete darkness. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the chat. We got another Wayfarer out there in Happy Land. Good to see you, amigo. Special K is still with us. Let's see what she's got going on. Always a little of both. Maybe too much. Often too often. Scolded for it. Yeah. You got to watch that. Keep all your ducks in a row. The tower has been spoken of as the punishment of pride and also as a symbol of man's intellect overwhelmed in the attempt to penetrate the mystery of God. The two persons falling from the tower represent the abstract ideas. One of the figures is the literal word made void, and the other its false interpretation. In a deep sense, this card may signify the end result of divine law and order. Yeah, the universal law, spiritual law. And for those who fuck around and haven't learned the pathways of magic, all kinds of karmatic retributions and those zodiacal arbiters. Got to watch your back. Break free of the pentagram of the elements. Learn to master it and overcome your own reality. Because the great work is, before all things, perfection. Mastery of man by himself. That is to say, the mastery of his faculties and his future. It is especially the emancipation of his will. In a tarot spread, the Tower card looks pretty grim. In practically all renditions of the card, disaster is striking or has just struck. Yeah, when you see the Tower card, you know what the fuck's up. Ain't no mystery. There may be confusion as to what's gone down, but something powerful has or is going down, in simultaneous reference, and you'll continue to feel the effects of the Tower well into the immediate future, right? After a good lightning strike. The demons of madness and despair are released from ancient hiding places, and nature conspires with human failings to destabilize society. The upheaval is collective and impersonal. And we should remember, though, that these frightening images were originally created for the educated nobles and clergy, reminding them that they had the most to lose if the hierarchy was toppled. Lightning is a fitting karmatic payback for the guilt of those whose fortunes come from the exploitation or abuse of others. A modern subtitle might be Revolution, indicating that through drastic social change, opposed people can find renewed hope of better times. The Tower experience comes like a flash of lightning to topple the hierarchy of the old order, after which everyone can have a fresh start on more equal footing. To look at the Tower simply means great change forced by those who have been made to feel powerless. On a personal level, it could mean confronting someone who is a negative influence in your life, either causing them to change or banishing them altogether so you can focus your energy on more positive people around you. On a collective level, it could indicate a social transformation, like voters standing up for real change in a coming election. It's not quite as scary as when you look at it like that, right? So don't miss the chance to preempt the coming changes and brace up. Ready yourself for the coming storm, and you will be better prepared to face the oncoming challenges. Consider the following affirmation when contemplating the tower. Take a deep breath. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Command yourself to relax. Be at one with your holy guardian angel and invoke with stentorian authority. I embrace the chaos of change and trust in the God's wisdom during times of upheaval, knowing I will be led to growth and a more stable foundation for the future. So it is commanded and confirmed. So mote it be. Amen. All right. Wishing you well, Wayfarer. Keep doing good magic. Frank Monday. Wow, that was written like an invocation, huh? Powerful magic right there. Let's see, I'm on the wrong page. Here we are, back in action. Let's drop the screen sharing, if I may. No response. There it is there. And back to the banners. Turn off that old I'm not a criminal.com page and check out what's going on out in Happy Land. So we've got our back scroll. There's been a little bit of activity. Yeah, taking a break's needed, man. You gotta step back sometimes and sharpen your saw. Right? You gotta oil the leather. Take the saddle off the horse once in a while and put it to stable. Give it a bath and then set it out on the field to graze. Let it go wild. Yeah, the universal human rights, the universal law of harmony, that all men and women are created equal in God's eyes, and that we should treat each other as brothers and sisters on the way. And we each have our own interpretation of what it means to return to source, and we shouldn't fight over those interpretations, because those are just the 10,000 things, and we all dwell within the realm of universal eternal energy, and we needn't judge or make comparisons about our understanding of that great power. What's happening now? The tower? Really? Wow. Watch out. Are you getting struck by lightning? It's always a shake-up, huh? Sometimes it's terrifying. Sometimes it gives you the fucking little kick in the ass that you need, though, to make big change and get things on a better concourse of energy. Wow, you're feeling a little 23rd current, are you, my dear? Very good. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that the message has touched you. Very, very good. And let me try to catch up and see exactly what is going on. Oh, you guys are familiarized with each other, huh? I didn't know that. So Special K, you know this fella here, this wanderer, this wayfarer in the ideas room with you. Very good. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, man. I mean, just me personally. I don't think that this is necessary. Self-harm is never the way to go, in my opinion. Though I know that certain sects of Catholicism, they do enjoy that. They get a 9 of cattails and engage in self-flagellation. That'd be a little bit disrespectful in the way of Tao. Our self-flagellation includes self-discipline and kung fu practice. You know, go stand on one leg for 3 minutes and then switch to the other leg. That's the only kind of hole I'm ripping in myself, is through discipline. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting you say that, because I didn't have such an interaction with this Wayfarer a few times. I felt some overarching, I don't know what's the word I'm going to describe it. And I'm a very sensitive person to what folks are up to. I'd say for the most part, he's pretty good, but I felt some overarching, let me see here. How am I going to phrase this? How am I going to frame this? A little bit of the hint of cynicism and bitterness that has so deeply infected the interwebs. A little bit of that came off, and even a little bit of uninvited advisory type antics that as a master magician and a natural born magician, I always perceive as a little bit arbitrary, right? Like I for one would never do it, and it's the knowing only laugh. That's why we have this quote by Lao Tzu, because even I've engaged in it sometimes, occasionally, but very rarely. But let me see here. What is it? He says, "Those who speak do not know, and those who know do not speak." Yeah, those who know do not speak, and those who speak do not truly know. Yeah, so for the most part, I would never like try to dominate with my human opinion, because I'm only here as a student, a neophyte, an eternal beginner in the ways of the high magics, and anyone who's achieved a really high enough level in union of the palace of the divine creator, the grand architect, seldom postulates to lead another brother with high attainment along the way. But Flo complained about him swearing too much. Okay, yeah. Here's his subtle chaos magic. Enjoy, Frank and Kay. Right? Yeah, I enjoy it nonetheless, amigo. I heard all clarity in your magic becomes apparent. But yeah, good fun nonetheless. So I'm glad that you two are affiliated and you are familiar with each other. That's good fun. You didn't find my channel from him, did you? I don't think so. It's because we all go in the same haunts, right? Like flow state. And I don't remember swearing too much. That doesn't bother me. Subtle forms of manipulation, like when people try to dominate you with neurolinguistic programming, that bothers me. And even if it's super subtle and like trying to be like super, what's the word? Less intrusive with it. Master magicians, if they, detect any manipulation whatsoever, then they just flee. They immediately disappear. Like as easy as throwing off a light switch, right? They don't keep company. There's a very powerful thing in the Tao Te Ching that influenced the workbook for the spiritual development of all people, and it states that it's better to be alone than to be in bad company. And I'd say it's even far better to be alone, and even absolutely essential, than to be in dangerous company. And always be careful of the company you keep. Difference of opinion doesn't matter that so much to me. I know everyone has their own interpretation, and that should be allowed, absolutely. But there should never be any guile in trying to dominate someone else's world. And again, like just with the name, right? Dominique. So overt, so obvious, right? Funny horse shit, man. Everyone has different opinions. I've always been solid. Makes me question things deeply. No, that's good. Don't take my fucking opinion on anything. You got your own opinion, and I appreciate that. I'm just telling you what, like, I mean, it's so easy being an empath, right? And you probably are an empath too. And each individual will serve as a person according to their needs, right? So and each person will have a different experience with the interaction. Like I could never say, come to China, it's going to be great, because I go to temples and I worship and I work in an academy, and many, many things here are exactly what I wanted them to be. And even if they weren't exactly what I thought they should be when I got here, I knew that the things that I wanted ultimately can appear anywhere, and were here and were a part of my magical manifestation. But let me see, how can I guide the conversation away from that? Because I always flow with the eternal Tao and the immediate present manifestation of that. And I don't want to throw no shade on him either, because you should never place old energy on a new person. However, there are certain individuals in the community that they generate the same frequency all the time, and it takes any given individual a long time to shift their frequency. And if their frequency simply doesn't align with yours, then it's better to go your own separate ways, rather than interact in an I don't know, imagine if you meet a new girl or boy, you got a new girl or boyfriend or whatever, letting it grow organically and developed. And if it's good, then going with it. But then if the relationship's, I'm not saying it's my fucking bitch, but I'm just saying if the relationship's not good, then it's probably better to depart from it. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm going to get back in to the purpose of the transmission, which has actually come to an end, guys, for today. I only had enough time to go for an hour because I got some shit I got to do this afternoon, but I might be able to get back on here later tonight or tomorrow around the same time. It's certainly so awesome to see you, Special K. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful comments, man. That's really a lot of fun responding to those. And I'll respond. There's a couple more I think I'm sure I missed. I try to make sure that I hit the thumbs up on all of the comments I get from everyone out in Happy Land. And when you take the energy and effort to write so extensively, I mean, that's really something. That's really something. It's over my head. Not sure, however, yeah. Empath, for certain. I have very strong personality. And when I see coding, I stand for them. Yeah, sure. Okay, good. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. So I'll leave that conversation to rest for now. Yeah. And I want to finish off with the. I'll stick around in the chat for a second to what's the word? To sign off textually. But I'll let this be my sign off here with the invocation of total integration. So I won't shut down the stream immediately after I finish. But yeah, here we go. Let me find the... Whenever you encounter a dark shadow, my old grandmaster in Tao, he said, use the invocation of total integration anytime you have a nightmare or you have like a near-death experience or you encounter someone with bad mojo. He said the invocation of total integration is useful for dispersing any kind of negative energy. So if you know it, Frater et Soros of the Esoteric Order of Dagon, say it with me. Goes a little something like this. Take a deep breath. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Command yourself to relax. Be at one with your holy guardian angel and invoke. Heaven and earth are the spontaneous manifestations of the subtle, wondrous universal law. As the original oneness expresses itself, gross and subtle energies become distinctly divided. Our bodily caves are brightly illuminated by the mysterious light from the 3 sources, our 3 Dantian, bridge points leading to immortality. The powerful spirits of the 8 directions conjoin our being with the true origin of life. By the absolute order of the divine Ling Bao in the highest 9th heaven, send the positive energies of Qianluo, Danna, Dunkan, and Taishuan to destroy my spiritual obstacles and debilitate any evil influence. This order is given by the highest sovereignty. It is a jade oracle from the subtle origin. I invoke with strong sincerity to drive away the demons and evils and lengthen my healthy years. The attained spirits respond. The evil demon king, Mo Wong, is chained to stand as my guard and servant. The powerful atmosphere has been generated, dispersing all negativity. The chi of Tao is everlasting. So it is commanded and confirmed. So mote it be. Remember, O neophytes, goodness alone is power, silence is strength. Will attaineth omnipotence, and love lieth at the foundation. Good magic. And just to address why we even do it, right? Just to break through daily trance, because no new horror can be more terrible than that daily torture of commonplace trance states. This was quipped by the prophet of our aeon, Howard Philip Lovecraft. With that said, y'all good-looking sex people, keep doing good magic. Ask, and ye shall receive. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it will be opened unto you. And until that time, check back often. And I will see you in the abodes of the future ad astra per aspera. Until then, Wayfarer, good magic.